Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be a summer makeup declutter. I have been in desperate need to start doing some more declutters again. I've done declutters in the past and this video is going to be a little bit different, whereas normally I was decluttering by like parts of my makeup collection, a lipstick declutter, foundation declutter, things like that. This is just gonna be kind of a more general makeup declutter. I'm also just gonna be showing the products, like sitting here on camera showing them, instead of like other declutters in the past where I lay everything out and then kind of pick and choose what I'm going to declutter. I've already gone through my collection and decluttered a few things. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I've been working on organizing and just kind of cleaning my office space, which is where my entire makeup collection is. I've been trying to find some sort of organization with that. I've been doing a couple of vlogs on it that I can leave linked down below, and it's through doing those that I have found these products, and I just kept setting them aside like, oh, I know I don't really want this, so I like set it aside in a different drawer, and then it's just been sitting there and I'm like, what are you doing? Get rid of that drawer, get rid of that space, like free up more space. And then I thought I could make a declutter video showing you all of the things that I'm getting rid of. So that is how we're going to be doing this declutter video. I hope that you guys like it. I know it's going to be a little bit different, but it really is just something that needs to be done. Before we jump in, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am posting a video every single day right now, so if you are interested in getting some daily content, I hope that you'll consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, make sure to enter my 20K giveaways for both Instagram and YouTube. They are going on right now, so those will be linked down below also. But if you'd like to see what makeup I am getting rid of, why don't we go ahead and get this declutter started. So I'm not really going to go in any sort of particular order. Like I said, I have everything from brushes to foundations to nail polishes in this declutter. I just kind of was going through everything in my office as I've been trying to organize and pushing things to the side that I know I just don't need. I am definitely a hoarder, 100%. That is my personality. I hate getting rid of things. I think it's because I don't come from a lot. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of these things I've purchased on my own, and it's really hard to be like, I bought that. Now I'm just gonna give it away. So like I hold on to everything, whether it be makeup, whether it be clothing or shoes. Like I hold on to things for a ridiculous amount of time. It's super hard for me to part with. And I think that's kind of like a really big reason why, but definitely hoarder status, but I know it's for the greater good to do this declutter. Jumping into it, I have this from Maybelline. It is their Master Highlight Highlighting Bronzer. I mean, I don't know, this was totally not a bronzer on me. It has like highlighting shades in there. I mean, it's basically a highlight. I remember actually looking for a blush. This was in the blush section. Then it says that it's a bronzer. It's basically a highlight. It didn't really make any sense to me. It was really, really light on my face. This was one of the first drugstore products though that I purchased when I was like starting to try to build my collection. And it was a total bust for me, which was a bummer, but I really have no problems getting rid of this guy. A couple of like single shadows here. This one is from Maybelline. It's their 24-hour color tattoo. I think the shade is in leather. So it was like a purple shade. I actually really love this. I got a lot of use out of it when I was first getting into makeup as well. I would literally stick my finger in it and put it all over my lid. It was kind of like a cream. Yeah, like a cream eyeshadow, I would say. I would put it all over my lid and like literally that would be it. It was purple, which is good with green eyes, which is why I bought the purple, because I listened to makeup advice a lot when I was really getting into buying makeup. But I've just had it for, I mean, probably over 3 years now. It probably just needs to be tossed, and I really don't reach for it anymore anyways, so this guy's gonna go too. I have a single eyeshadow here. This is from Nomad Cosmetics. It's just an itty bitty eyeshadow. This is what it looks like. It's in the shade Desert Sands, I believe. This came in like my very first Ipsy bag, I think, and while I think it's a nice gold bronze shade, I have this in palettes. I have single shades of this. I mean, I don't need it. I think I used it one time when I filmed my Ipsy bag unboxing and like tried things on, and that's really the only time, because I have so many others like this, so this can go. A couple of different mascaras here. This one is from Pixi Beauty. It's the Lower Lash Mascara. This was in collaboration, was this with Aspen Ovard maybe? A little mascara and then also a little brow gel. I actually basically used this all up. It's pretty much gone, but it was only 0.11 fluid ounces, so it really didn't take me long to get through. The wand is like super, super tiny because it's supposed to be like specifically for your lower lashes. I used it quite a bit because I use false lashes a lot, so days where I used false lashes, I would just use this on my lower lashes. So I used it all up and I get the concept of it, but my other mascaras work just fine. So I don't think I would repurchase this, but it is pretty much gone. I have a couple of mascaras here that, again, are basically gone, but they've also been open for a really long time, and I know I just need to get rid of them. This one is the They're Real mascara from Benefit, one of my favorites. I have repurchased this. I don't think I have a full size of this right now, but I really love that mascara and would totally rebuy it. This one is from Blinc. It's their Mascara Amplified. This was like a tube mascara. This came in a Sephora Favorites, one of their Lash Stash to Go. I'm just not really a fan of tube mascaras. I wouldn't repurchase this guy. Like I said, this one's not as out as the They're Real is, but it's been open for a really long time and it just needs to be tossed. So I have this eyeshadow palette here from La Bella Donna. This is their eyeshadow compact color in Despina, I believe it is. This is what it looks like. I've mentioned this recently in a makeup monthly. I had to put it in the fails category. It's just not very pigmented at all. It just really didn't do anything for me. The colors faded so fast throughout the day. I tried all the different colors and just nothing really worked for me. It's a cute little compact and everything, but I'm never going to reach for it again, so it's kind of pointless for me to keep it cluttering up my collection, so this one is going to be decluttered. So this is kind of random, but I found some Ardell lashes, some of their wispy lashes, buried in my drawer when I was going through it. I recently talked about Ardell in one of my videos. Makeup I've changed my mind about, I think, because I used to love Ardell lashes and now I just can't wear them. I just do not like how they look on me at all. And I thought I got rid of all of them, but I randomly found a pair, so that's gonna go too. This is from NYX. It's a jumbo eye pencil in Milk. I mean, it's pretty much gone, but I've also had it for several years now. Like, it just needs to go. I really do like this. I do want to get another one. I used it as a base a lot. I would use it as a white liner a lot. I thought it was really good. This used to be talked about a ton when I first started my YouTube channel. Like, everybody was using NYX Milk all of the time, so I had to go out and buy it. So yeah, this one is almost gone and it's definitely time to declutter it. I have some foundations here as well that I'm just going to go ahead and declutter. I recently did post a best and worst drugstore foundation video if you guys want to check that one out. And I really was kind of hanging on to these because I knew I was going to film that video and I knew that these would be mentioned in there. And that was really the only reason I was hanging on to these, because I just do not reach for these foundations at all. The first one is from Bronx Colors. It's their HDTV foundation. I just did not get on with this from the moment that I tried it. I get into like too much steps since I have a whole video on them, but this one just never worked out for me and I just don't like it at all. The other ones are from Maybelline. These two are from their regular Fit Me line, like their regular original Fit Me line, and this one is from the Matte and Poreless line. Again, I just don't like the way they look on my skin. I think they're too heavy. They are just not my favorites. I do not reach for these guys at all. There's still product left in all four of these foundations that I'm talking about. These guys also, I've had them for over 2 years probably, so they just need to be decluttered. So these 4 foundations, these guys are gonna go. I feel like when it comes to makeup brushes, you can tell that I have hoarder status really bad. I have this spinner behind me right here, and if you watch the vlogs, you've probably seen like closer ups of the spinner. And on top, I had a ton of makeup brushes. I had a couple of like makeup brush organization for, was it my birthday, I think maybe, from my mom. And so I went through and I was organizing my brushes, and I kind of organized them like brushes that I use a ton and then brushes I don't use as much. And even though I have a huge makeup brush collection, I still took the makeup brushes that I basically never use, not even don't use that much, and I put them in the spinner. Why? Why did I not just get rid of them? I don't know. So I'm finally getting rid of these brushes because I cannot remember the last time I used these brushes. I use everything that is on my bookshelf in their little storage organization over there. Can't remember the last time I touched these, but I still hold on to them because I have a problem. I don't know what to do about it. But a lot of these are from BH Cosmetics. Like, these are all BH Cosmetics. This is BH Cosmetics. Nothing against BH Cosmetics. It's just when I was first getting into makeup, before I even had a channel, I bought like 2 different sets. They come in these really large sets. I purchased 2 different ones of those, not at the same time, it was at different times, but I purchased 2 of them, and that's kind of what started my makeup brush collection. And again, nothing against them because I thought they worked great, especially as a beginner when I was just learning like what brushes work best for what. I really gravitated towards them a lot because they were super affordable. So instead of spending a lot of money on a brush that like I didn't get or I didn't know how to use or whatever, like going the BH route was definitely much better for me. But now that I have found some of the, you know, makeup brush brands that I really, really love, I just don't reach for them anymore. So I know I can get rid of them. If you guys want to see my favorite makeup brushes, like current favorite makeup brushes, let me know because I have that on my list to film. So I'd love to know if you guys are interested in that. Then I just have 2 more brushes here. This one is from e.l.f. It's a smudge brush that I don't know the last time I used, and this one is from Crown Brushes. I think I got this in a subscription bag, but again, I have like 4 or 5 other brushes that look exactly like this, so I just do not need these anymore. I took them out of my spinner. I'm working on, you know, organizing everything behind me, the desk behind me, the spinners behind me, everything, and these are just sitting in there doing absolutely nothing, so these are being decluttered. These can go. I have another foundation here. This is from Gorgeous Cosmetics. It's their Base Perfect Liquid Foundation in the shade 3N. This really just was not a good shade match for me. It was really, really yellow on my skin, and it also has a scent that I did not love. I don't think it's a bad foundation. I like the way that it looked on my face. Like, I like the finish of it, but I just didn't like the smell, and just the color just does not work for me, and I would have to do like a lot with like powder and concealer and bronzer to make it all kind of come together on my face. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. I don't think that it needs to be like thrown out because it's very new to me and I've only used it a handful of times, but I'm just going to find someone to be able to pass this along to. 4 items that I'm just going to pass along because they are not in my shade. These are from number 7. These are both concealers. They're the Radiant Glow concealers. They sent me 3 different shades and my shade is in 10, and these just do not work for me at all. Shades 30 and 60. Or I think they are both too dark for me if I remember. All I did was swatch these, so I'm going to pass these along as well because they are new, and I mean, they've never even been on my face or anything like that, so I'm going to pass these along, but these are such a good concealer. I love this concealer. Another concealer I have, this is from L'Oreal. It's the True Match Crayon, Super Blendable Crayon Concealer. This is what it looks like. This I bought, I mean, there's still a lot of product left. You just kind of like push it up. There's still a lot of product left in there, but I have had this for probably at least 3 years, if not more. This was one of the first concealers I bought when I was like starting a makeup collection as well, and I just do not reach for it anymore. Again, it's really yellow on my skin. It just isn't the best shade match, and what I found myself eventually using it for when I got concealers that I actually did like is I would have it be a base for my eyeshadows, and I thought it was just fine, but it was probably a couple months ago I was doing that and I thought like this is really dried out, like it just kind of like flaked on my lid, so this is so old it just needs to be thrown away. A little sample guide here from Too Faced. This is their Shadow Insurance, like an eyeshadow primer. I mean, it's just a sample of it and there's, I don't know, maybe like 2 uses left, but I've had it for so long and it just needs to go, and I don't know, I thought it was okay, but it's not something that I would repurchase. But again, like this is something so tiny. I know it's not like totally cluttering up my collection, but still, like why do I hold on to things like this? Why? This is from Maybelline. This is a Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara, and I got mine in the shade Blonde. I bought this when I was first going to try to learn how to do my brows, like after I started my channel and everybody was like, you don't fill in your eyebrows? What is wrong with you? I went out and bought this from Maybelline. Basically, it's just a mascara for your brows. It does have like a brow fiber, which is similar to the Benefit Gimme Brow, which actually like gives your brows like the illusion of an oomph because it has the fibers in it. This literally is just like a tinted mascara for your brows basically, but honestly like it's pretty close to being finished because I use this all the time. Like when I first started getting the comments on my brows, this is what I would use every single day. It doesn't really do anything. It kind of just makes them look a little bit more polished and maybe like a little bit darker. That's about it. So I mean, it's not my favorite. I'm not gonna like repurchase it or anything, but again, I'm kind of impressed by how much of it is used. But seriously, I use this a lot, but it just needs to go. I don't use it anymore. We can move on. So if you don't know this about me, I'm actually a nail polish addict. I do get my nails done at a salon. I get like acrylics put on and filled at the salon, but I tell them not to paint them there because I like to paint them at home. I simply like to paint my nails. A lot of people are like, oh, you can take in your own nail polish. I'm like, yeah, but I like to paint my nails. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but I just enjoy painting my nails. I enjoy doing it and it doesn't bother me. And I also love to change my nail polish color. Like if I had the time, I think I would change my nail polish like every 2 days. As it is, I probably change my polish at least once a week, maybe even every 5 days, but I have a huge nail polish collection. So just kind of like a nail polish addict, it's so hard for me to go to the store, like especially like a CVS or Target, and not come back with a nail polish. It's a serious sickness. But I realize realized that my nail polish collection was getting a little bit out of hand. So I went through it and was able to grab out 5 of here that I can declutter. These 2 are just so freaking old. I don't even know how old these are. These are from Sally Hansen. It's the Hard as Nails Extreme Wear. So we have a pink and a mint. Again, I've had these for so long. So the shades are Coral Reef and then Mint Sorbet, but you can't tell which one is which, huh? By those names. Again, just so many years. It's kind of ridiculous. Those can go. I have other nail polishes like that shade in my collection. These also are from Sally Hansen. These are the Insta-Dris. I remember buying these when I lived in my condo with my husband, and we've been in this house now for over 4 years. So these nail polishes are also super old. We have Leap and Lilac and Set Sail again, but you can't tell which based on the names, but these 2 guys can go. Again, I have nail polishes that were added to my collection more recently that look just like the purple and the blue. This one is more recent to me. This is from Essie. It is a Treat Love and Color Strengthener. The shade name is Sheers to You, so it is a very, very sheer polish. I got this in one of my subscription bags too, and I was actually excited about it because sometimes I like to put just the tiniest hint of color on my nails, like where it almost looks like I'm not wearing nail polish, because I really, really like that trend. So when I got this, I was like, that's gonna be perfect. I just did not like it. It's not even like it gives you a sheer tint of color. It almost just makes your nails iridescent. I don't know, it was weird. I didn't like it. It didn't work out for me. I know it's supposed to be like a strengthener for nails. I have acrylics. That doesn't matter to me. So I don't know, I did not like the way that this looked. This is a newer nail polish though, and it's only been used a couple times, so I'm just gonna pass this guy along. I am almost finished. The last 2 products here, this one is from NYX. It's their Crystal Silk Glitter Liner. So this is what it looks like. Again, I bought this a long time ago when people were like using glitter. I was like, I need to use glitter too. I bought it, but it burns my eyes. I think that I have some sort of like eye sensitivity, because when I use a lot of glitters, they burn my eyes so bad. This is what the little wand looks like. I tried and tried over and over again to use this because it was affordable. It was NYX, it was glitter. I mean, it looked nice on the eyes, but I could not do it. I know I need to get rid of this. It hurts too bad to keep in my collection. Lastly, I have some eyeshadow palettes. This one is from NYX. It is their Moodstruck Addiction palette, I think is what it's called. I don't know if it has a name. I think they had like 3 different palettes you could choose from. I had a friend who sold NYX, and when I first started my channel, she asked if she could send me a few products. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this eyeshadow palette though, because I just do not reach for it a lot. I didn't mind the shades in there. Obviously, I picked out like the very neutral palette, of course, even back in the day. I picked out the neutral palette, but I just don't really reach for it. They're not super pigmented. They're like, even the shimmers are pretty light, and I just don't reach for it enough to keep it in my collection. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this NYX palette. The last palette I have to declutter is actually from Too Faced. This is called their Pixi Pinup. So in one of my videos, I think maybe it was the makeup I've changed my mind about, I kind of talked about Too Faced as a brand. I also talked about how I used to be a product reviewer from Too Faced when they were first kind of starting out. I featured a lot of beauty reviews on my blog, which is chicletplus.com. It's still running. It's mostly just the book blog now, and I do the beauty side of things here on YouTube, but they used to be combined. And I was a product reviewer from Too Faced. They used to send me items in like early stages for me to review on a variety of different products, how the product works, how the product looks, things like that. And then they would enter us, like when we would review things for them, they would enter us into contests. And this was actually one of the items that I won, with 6 different shades. I think it came with a mascara, this is an eyeliner, and then it also came with a brush. I mean, you can see that I loved this shade like hardcore. It was called Leading Lady. I used that shade all the time. I would literally just put it all over my eye and call it a day. I remember when I won this palette, I was so excited. I thought it was so cute. I was so pleased to win something, because I'm like one of those that like doesn't really win anything, you know? So I was super excited to win this, but again, I have had this for several years. It's kind of like one of those like nostalgia things that I think maybe I was keeping it for a while, but you know, I'm not really on board with Too Faced now, so I'm like, I can just go ahead and declutter this. I can't remember the last time I used these shadows. This one's gonna go, but I thought that one was pretty funny. So the Pixi Pinups from Too Faced is also gonna be decluttered. Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for my summer makeup declutter video. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, if you like this way of decluttering, or if you would prefer more of kind of like the typical declutter videos where I'm going by my makeup collection. I think the most recent declutter video I did was a lipstick declutter, and I don't even think it was that long ago, so I'll have that linked in the description box down below. But that's why you don't see any lipsticks in here, because I know I did that one fairly recently. But let me know if you like this style. I can kind of put these in every once in a while, or if you would only want to see the more traditional declutters. Just let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you thought about the makeup that I'm getting rid of. I'm kind of hoping this is the good step of getting back on track to organizing my office, my makeup collection, and just kind of getting things in better shape around here. So these are items that have just been kind of cluttering everything up. A lot of items can just be tossed, but I'm excited to pass along a few as well. But if you guys did enjoy this summer makeup declutter, I hope that you will give this video a thumbs up. I hope that you will also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys real soon in my next one. Bye.